Moin Leute! I'm in Gdańsk, Poland! We are meeting Wojciech and Magda from space3 accelerator here in Gdańsk. Wojciech founded this accelerator some years ago and he will tell us now 3 things you should avoid when you want to achieve a partnership with a big company with your startup. And as well, when you want to have 50,000 euro equity free for your startup, you should watch this video. Yeah, witamy, right?
Witamy, welcome to our coworking, the best coworking in Poland.
The best of the world, I thought.
Yeah, it is. When you're going to be in Gdańsk, definitely visit this place.
Dzień dobry!
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Jak się masz?
Bardzo dobrze.
Bardzo dobrze. I'm also bardzo dobrze.
Bardzo
I'm
dobrze.
practicing my Polish when I'm here.
You're going great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But I need to learn some more, I think. But I'm happy to meet you guys here today. And we're talking about startups and corporates, you told me.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of experiences with that and there's a lot of failure, right?
Yes.
And
Also,
that's
part
the
of this
thing,
business.
guys, that's the thing we are talking about now, about the failure and about the things you should never do when working together with your startups, with corporates.
Never, never.
Never ever, and never ever again, okay?
Yes.
Maybe at first a short introduction would be cool for the audience.
Sure. My name is Magda. I am a communication specialist at space3ac. And I used to be a member of the startup that took part in the acceleration 3 years ago.
And that's how you managed you ended up here.
Yeah, like an organizer, and this is all thanks to Wojciech, who is the CEO of the accelerator.
And you started all this accelerator,
Yeah,
right?
together with my friends, we started this business in 2015, but this is not the beginning of this story because everything started when I was in high school, when I started my first startups, which also failed. Then I failed a couple startups during my studies. Then I joined some acceleration programs dedicated for startups, and then I saw what I was making very wrong. So I used my experience as a startupper, as a person that was responsible for delivering projects and IT solutions. And we created a program that was called Startup Roadshow. We picked some small Polish cities outside big ones to find some interesting people with ideas, to find great teams. So we made 7 editions of this Startup Roadshow. We engaged over 90 startups. 3 of them received funding from
So how can
VC fund?
when I think about a road show, that sounds very exciting. So you put all the stuff together in the car and you went around Poland?
So we are knocking the doors of technology parks, universities.
You went with a bus and with some advertisement.
We made advertisement online because that was very effective, but we also engaged some local entrepreneurs and persons that got some connections to startups. And we made some workshops. We prepared them to raising a funding. We prepared them to some kind of demo day and speech and pitch through investors. And in the results, 3 companies of 90 that were accelerated received funding.
So you didn't go to Warszawa, to Wrocław, you picked really small cities?
Yeah, like Słupsk, Ełk, Elbląg.
Aha. But why these small cities? And
Because nobody was looking for startups there.
and are there good ideas with in IT
Yeah.
especially? So I think about small cities. There are some farmers and. But there are really people with smart
there are
ideas.
really people
working
with ideas.
online.
I'm also from small city called
Me too.
Lemberg. Is
What city?
Lemberg, Lauenburg.
Lauenburg, yeah. And
Yeah.
you?
And I'm from Gubin,
Gubin.
Yeah.
Where is that?
near to the Germany.
I was also creating, startup ideas in small cities. So
Uh-huh.
I knew what was missing. Yeah. So there are talents, there are good people with ideas, but there is a lack of funding in small cities. So we picked them because nobody was looking for startups in those small cities, and that was good idea.
And you mentioned the corporates, right?
That's right.
Corporates and startups. This is so different worlds a lot of times, right?
Yeah, like fire and water.
Yeah, like fire and water.
This is
And-
why they need us.
Yeah, and I understood that you were in a team of a startup and
I
you
was.
joined the accelerator, right?
Yeah, and we failed.
So you failed. So
Yes.
what experience did you make with failing with this partnership with corporates and startups? What advice can you give to the audience? What was your fail and what did you learn from it?
Sure. I think that the best thing we got from the accelerator, and even if we failed, was the great feedback from the market. Our dedicated client told us what we are doing wrong, and thanks to that, we were able to pivot our solution and sell it to the other market. And it was great. So sometimes when you are failing, it's a good thing, because sometimes idea can be implemented somewhere. The first idea on using the technology of face and voice recognition was to use it on advertisement. And it was a great tool because while someone was watching, for example, a trailer of a movie, you could have understand which part are the most interesting.
So I watch a trailer on my laptop and the camera sees my emotions while watching?
Yeah, and you can use the best part of the movie to make a trailer because emotions are selling. And then we changed the technology into customer service because we wanted to make customer service better with those good emotions. But what we found out is that there is a lot of negative emotions in customer service. And this is something that employees weren't able to take on themselves, that their bosses will see if they are angry or not. Later on, the accelerator helped us to change our strategy into detecting smiles. And smile is something that everyone is happy, to have.
Yeah, and then you changed.
Yes, because when
with the help of the accelerator program.
Yes, because when you get a valuable feedback from the market, it's the best thing your startup can get, and accelerator can guarantee that.
When it comes to failure, you might have plenty of stories. What is the number one thing that is going wrong between startups and corporates?
Not only startups are not ready to work with corporates, also corporates sometimes are not ready to work with the startups, and we saw that. And that was the reason that we created Startup Collaboration Readiness Scale. Scale that we are taking to judge the corporate how ready they are to start working with the startups.
And how fast can you figure that out?
Very fast. The scale is
how
very
many
simple.
Days?
We can make just short research.
Yeah.
On
let's
level
do it.
0, Startup Collaboration Readiness Method. You know nothing
Like Jon Snow.
about startups. On level 9, you got your own corporate venture capital fund that is investing in startups.
And your own accelerator in your company?
Your own acceleration program is between level 5th or 6th.
Okay.
So you got some of your own services, like incubation, acceleration program. On level 3, you are working with external accelerators. Both sides should be ready enough and prepared well to work together. Also startup, but also corporate.
Yeah. And the number 5 is they have an internal accelerator in the company, right?
That's right.
And you also provide the service of building an accelerator for the company that they don't need their internal accelerator. Is that true?
Yeah, we can manage such acceleration program, or we can help in building the whole methodology, the whole process of this acceleration program.
And why do you love startups? You seem to be so startup addicted.
Thank you. I like the energy. I like the startup culture. I like where people are honest with each other. And in the future, I would like to work my own Turkish organization, and startup is the closest you can get now, like other than foundations.
You said something interesting. You said you like that people are honest with each other. Is it different in corporates?
I think in startup it's easier to say we failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you are working in the corporation, you are like, we could have done it better. And it's normal. It's different cultures, different people, different needs, different stakes. So.
What should startups avoid when working together with corporates, and then we do it the other way around? Just short. From your both sides.
Startups should be well prepared and understand deeply what corporates are needing. This is very important thing. In my opinion, the most important.
Magda?
And I would say that startups should also avoid miscommunication when you are not sure about something, about the deadline, about, I don't know, the place you are going to meet. Just ask. Don't let it to be in this gray sphere.
But you should, dress properly if you have a remote call with a corporate. Don't be in your pants or pajama.
Yeah. And don't only dress only on top, like take care of the bottom too.
The typical video call dress, right?
Yeah, because you never know where the bee comes up and you have to get up, so... So avoid this.
Yeah, corporates should prepare proper resources to work with the startups. This is very important. So someone who will be dedicated for this cooperation, who will open the doors for the startups in the company, who will connect them with the right people inside the company.
And a personal fail is always interesting. So you founded all this acceleration program starting with a roadshow, and then with 8 startups in the first batch, and it was growing. Now it's 35. It's an amazing story, I think. But on that way, you also fail, right? So what was your biggest personal fail when growing this accelerator?
We had a corporate that was really interested in working with startups, so we sit together on the table, signed the agreement. The guys take this agreement to their office, and they never give us back this agreement, and they never answer our phone. Even we had a lot of interesting startups that were really cool for such a company, and then we realized we made something really wrong, but we don't know exactly what was the problem. Yeah, because the guys stopped just answering the phones, and the whole corporate, of course, works in the same time. So we picked probably the bad person on side of the corporate to start this cooperation. In the meantime, they were building their own IT department, so maybe they realized that more effective for them will be engage their own employees to some entrepreneurship activities, but we didn't get that answer, so we don't know what exactly was not working.
So until now you didn't know because no one responded.
No one responded. That was the first time that we had such a situation, and that teaches us that we should check more properly how corporates are ready to work with us.
True.
And you spent a lot of time with this corporate.
Yeah, we provide, we negotiate agreement for 3 months. We provide
And you already
logos, signed the agreement.
Yeah.
We provide logos on our website, some challenges for this company.
Already the logo on of the corporate on the, but now it disappeared. You put it away.
Yeah, and startups applied and asked, okay, what is going on with this company?
So you were also advertising the new partnership to your startups.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes life is very weird.
Exciting. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję bardzo.
I've learned new things. I've learned your scaling process, right? And your failures, and that was really, really inspiring for me to talk to you.
It was really nice to see you here.
And for you guys, if you're in Gdańsk, make sure to join this cool accelerator located in Olivia Business Center in 04, right?
Yeah, visit us at
04
Coworking.
04 Coworking located. You can also grab a coffee, put your laptop here, and they can talk to you and you will show them around, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And you can apply for the program as well. I will link everything here under the video, and then you can access a great program in Poland.
Yeah, and you can stay updated through our newsletter, so we invite you guys all to our website.
Yeah, so we can provide you access to the market, first big client here in Poland, also funding without taking equity, and great mentors. So take this opportunity.
Yep.
Cool. So you heard this. Sign up for the program, get money, funding without equity, and join a great, vibrant atmosphere here. Und damit sind wir raus. Bam!